Hi everyone, it's me, Lubna. Today is Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024. This video is dedicated to my beloved, and the topic of this video is going to be about self-restraint and temperance. So to illustrate that topic, I wanted to share another poem from this pocketbook of inspirational verse, which I've shared in many of my previous videos. And the particular poem that I wanted to share today is simply titled If by Rudyard Kipling. So that is the poem. And I'm going to go ahead and read that aloud to you now. Here it goes. If by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build 'em up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings, and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. So that is the poem, and I thought it was very inspiring. And today I've just been thinking about having self-restraint and temperance, as I said, which are the topics of this video, and about controlling ourselves and controlling our emotions and our temper. There are so many things on a daily basis that can potentially make each of us angry or, get us to react in some way. And I know that personally I have reacted to things in the past in an unhealthy way through anger, but I've learned from that that's not always the best solution, and anger is actually very destructive, not only to the person or people that you get angry with, but also and mostly to yourself. And I'll give you an example. So after I graduated college, I did a master's in public health, and then when I was doing my master's in public health, I was applying to medical schools for the first time, and then the second time I had to apply twice. And the reason that I had initially applied to medical schools at that time was because my mother really wanted me to be a doctor. And as a result of that, when I finally got into medical school and I was enrolled in medical school, for the first year and a half or the first 2 years of medical school, I did the work, I did what I was supposed to do, but I was not very passionate about it because I always felt like it was my mom who was making me do this, and it was not of my own decision or of my own volition. And sometimes, and maybe you've experienced this as well, when our parents want us to do something, or they have some type of plan for us, for our lives, that does not match the type of plan that we want or the type of life that we want to live, sometimes we react in unhealthy ways that might sabotage our own futures. And this is especially true if you have a strained relationship with your parent or parents. So I feel like during the first 1.5 or 2 years of medical school, I kind of self-sabotaged myself because I was a little bit angry with my mother for trying to influence me to become a doctor and kind of ignoring my other talents and my interests. And as a result of that, I purposefully did poorly on some exams in medical school. And later that proved to be to my detriment, because failures in medical school are cumulative. And over time, if you have too many, they don't let you continue. And it's not that I was not smart enough to do it, or that I didn't want to do it really. It was because of my anger toward my mother. And I love my mother very much, but we sometimes get angry even at the people that we love. And I think that from that experience and where it's led me to now, I've learned that anger is not a constructive emotion. It is very destructive to ourselves mainly. And so from that, I've learned that when we are faced with a situation that might provoke us, the best thing to do is to remain calm. And the wise person is one who can be provoked and, like in that poem, lied to, and all of what they have can be taken away, and people can blame them and do bad things to them and hate them, but they still keep their calm and keep their cool and don't react in any way that is destructive to others or to themselves. And I've never gotten super angry or anything like that, but I have seen this happen in the lives of other people, especially like some people who ruin their own lives just to get back at their parents for some repressed aggression or repressed problem. And it is very saddening to watch. But I think the trick here lies in recognizing when we are being angry about something and separating that from our own pursuits and the person that we want to be, and making sure that our anger at somebody else or our negative emotions towards somebody else don't affect us personally or cause us to harm ourselves or ruin our own lives. And so that is my message for today, about having self-control when it comes to your emotions and reactions to different situations. Try to think about anything that might have provoked your anger or sadness or any negative emotion today or any day, and try to think about how you can channel those emotions into a more productive way, like creating something out of them. Like I create these videos, for example, to channel my emotions, but also think about controlling yourself and not letting yourself rise above the steady level of emotional steadiness in all situations. And that doesn't just apply to getting angry, but also to getting overly excited. Like when you don't let anything affect you too much, you're able to keep a steady level of emotion all the time, and it's much better for your health mentally and physically. So that is my video for today. I hope that you liked it, and I hope that you learned something from it. And with that, I want to wish you a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are in the world.